A tale has ignited within me, eager to emerge, revealing itself like a hidden secret waiting to be unveiled. As a stepmother, I could never have anticipated the dramatic shift my life would take, becoming woven into a tale of hidden passion and unvoiced longings. Here lies my confession and exploration into the depths of the forbidden. I have always imagined myself as the protector of a joyful family, a haven filled with love and compassion. During the initial years of my marriage to Richard, I discovered comfort in the comforting cadence of everyday life at home. Our relationship, a graceful waltz of togetherness, was illuminated by the soft light of happiness. Yet, beneath the calm exterior, the forces of fate were gradually guiding us toward unexplored realms. When I first became part of Jake's life, he was a young boy brimming with curiosity. His laughter illuminated our home, while his curious inquiries infused the atmosphere with a sense of awe. As time went on, Jake grew from a boy into a young man, and my role as a nurturing presence shifted accordingly. I was present to guide, nurture, and oversee him, a sacred responsibility I held with the utmost seriousness. On that unforgettable night, I had no idea that the paths of our lives were about to intertwine in a way I could never have envisioned. Under the gentle embrace of moonlight, my bedroom transformed into a stage for an unforgettable experience. There, I discovered Jake, my teenage stepson, enveloped in a shimmering glow, his gaze fixated on my delicate lingerie as though it were the most alluring prize. Hey everyone, I've received a penalty from YouTube and I'm unable to upload videos to this channel for the time being. If you enjoy my videos and want to show your support, please subscribe to my new channel. Truly means the world to me. The view was absolutely stunning, causing my heart, usually so steady, to race with a whirlwind of feelings. In his hands, he cradled a delicate piece of me, a black silk thong, a gift from Richard, now embodying our shared, unspoken curiosity. I observed his fingers lightly brushing the fabric, a subtle respect in his gesture, and in that moment, I realized that something deep and meaningful was awakening in both him and me. I had never challenged the limits of our relationship. I held the role of his stepmother, intended to provide guidance and support rather than becoming the focus of such enchanting gazes. As I found myself at the edge of this unexpected moment, every part of me buzzed with sensations that were both shocking and alluring. The atmosphere was charged with unspoken feelings, showcasing the complex interplay of our connected lives. In Jake's eyes, now sparkling with the first hints of adult longing, I saw a glimpse of the man he was destined to be. The little boy who once played at my feet has vanished. Before me stood a young man at the brink of self-discovery. His intrigue towards me a mix of innocent curiosity and a deeper, more mature interest. I reflected on the memories we created together. The enchanting bedtime tales, the tender kisses on scraped knees, and the heartfelt conversations where I imparted the wisdom of life. In that moonlit room, I faced the undeniable truth: Jake had transformed from a child in need of protection and guidance into something much more complex. He had transformed into a young man exuding a magnetic charm, pulling me into the complex rhythm of unspoken desire that now throbbed between us. The moment elongated, brimming with a tension that was equally thrilling and daunting. I found myself caught in a struggle between my deep-seated desire to nurture and a growing urge to venture down a path that society might label as unconventional. The delicate lingerie he grasped, a whisper of silk, transformed into a symbol of our hidden emotions, an undeniable secret both compelling and audacious to reveal. This story showcases the intense, unrestrained force of feelings, taking readers on a journey that pushes against societal limits. The events that unfolded between my stepson and me transcended a mere story of longing. A tale of profound human connection, painted on the backdrop of forbidden desires. Join me on a journey through this intimate narrative where we will delve into the intricate layers of love and desire as I reveal the evolution of a connection that transcended traditional boundaries. The morning after exudes a unique tranquility, a peaceful pause before the impending turmoil of our unveiled truths. As I rise, the memories of the night flood my mind, transforming from a blurred dream into a striking reality. Today marks a pivotal moment in my life as I embark on a journey to comprehend and wholeheartedly accept the unique love that has blossomed within our family. In the kitchen, I spot Jake, my stepson, illuminated by the gentle morning light, his back turned toward me. His damp hair hints at a recent shower, subtly signaling his readiness for a meaningful conversation. As our gazes intertwine in the window's reflection, an unspoken understanding hangs in the air. It's time to reveal our innermost selves. Jake, I take a moment to find my balance. It's time to talk about last night's events. The gravity of my words lingers, calling for both honesty and bravery. In his eyes, I recognize the fear and uncertainty that reflect my own emotions. Yet I forge ahead, resolute in my pursuit of the truth. He stays quiet, releasing a breath that feels like it has been trapped since last night. His face, so open and innocent, conceals the turmoil that churns within his heart. I gesture for him to take a seat at the table, a refuge for the intense conversation that lies ahead. You don't need to be afraid, Jake, I say, extending my hand across the table to grasp his, my tone soothing yet resolute. I recognize that you have feelings for me, and I want you to know that I'm available to talk and listen, free of judgment. As I speak, he tightens his grip on my hand, his touch revealing the relief of finally sharing the weight of his secret. I couldn't sleep at all last night, he admits, his voice trembling just a bit. I find myself constantly reflecting on you and what we share, and I can't help but feel a sense of fear as I struggle to understand these emotions. It's perfectly natural to feel scared, Jake, I tell him, my heart reaching out to this young man navigating the intricate world of love in such an unconventional manner. Embracing our emotions may pose challenges, yet it remains a vital aspect of maturation. The journey of self-discovery and understanding our desires is one we all must embark upon. He gazes into my eyes, searching for a safety net where he can land without the worry of rejection or judgment. He confesses, I've never experienced anything like this before, it's all so unfamiliar to me, his eyes reflecting a blend of awe and uncertainty. You've always had that nurturing quality. But now, my emotions have shifted. I recognize the confusion you must be feeling, I say, my words infused with understanding. Life often throws unexpected situations our way, challenging our perceptions of the world and ourselves. Yet, it is by confronting these challenges directly that we unlock our true potential for growth. Is it acceptable for me to have these feelings towards my dad's wife? I've come across these topics, and they all feel so forbidden. His question, tinged with anxiety, reveals the internal conflict between his emotions and societal expectations. I take a moment, selecting my words with precision to help him untangle the whirlwind of his feelings. It transcends the expectations of the world and defies conventional logic. Listening to your heart, Jake, is essential. Often, the best choice isn't the most obvious or straightforward one. This resonates with us, and that's what truly counts. As I recognized the truth they both sensed but hesitated to express, Jake's eyes glistened, tears mirroring the relief that accompanies the revelation of long-buried secrets. We linger in silence for a moment, an unspoken connection forming between us, a bond crafted through revelation and acceptance. As the dialogue progresses, we carefully balance our family dynamics with the emerging romance, each move cautiously exploring the fresh journey we've decided to embark on together, side by side. Right now, I embody more than a stepmother. I am a confidant and a lover, a navigator through the realm of intimate desires that he is just starting to discover. The scent of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the stillness of the morning, setting the stage for our heartfelt dialogue, a discussion poised to reshape our futures, guiding us along a path where desire and family bonds intricately weave together in a captivating embrace. In the days after our deep conversation, my world shifts onto a new path, its gravitational pull drawing me toward the enticing realm of unexpressed desires. Each moment I spend awake transforms into a chance to witness Jake, my stepson, through a lens that truly appreciates the man he has evolved into. The nuanced shifts in his demeanor, the manner in which he presents himself, and the essence of the atmosphere he inhabits. Every detail comes to life under my focused gaze. The evolution from an awkward teenager to a confident, attractive young man is unmistakable. The gentle stubble tracing his jawline, the widening of his shoulders, and the fluidity of his movements now exude a captivating charm. This depiction of masculinity is striking and impossible for me as a woman to overlook. I can't help but appreciate these qualities as my nurturing instincts intertwine with a deeper, more sensual essence. Observing Jake inspires me to articulate my identity in new ways, with my wardrobe serving as a mirror to my evolving self. With each passing day, I peel away the conventional layers of clothing, fully embracing styles that highlight my femininity and radiate newfound confidence. The hemlines elevate, the necklines dip, and the fabrics embrace my curves, revealing just enough to spark intrigue. Every morning, I choose to fully embrace my womanhood with confidence and pride. As I prepare myself, his touch lingers in my thoughts. His fingertips brushed against the silk of my lingerie, a gentle shyness that hinted at uncharted territories waiting to be explored. That moment, captured in eternity, has sparked a transformation, freeing me from the quiet limitations of maternal modesty. My hands now glide with intention, tracing my neck, pausing at my wrists, and occasionally, teasingly grazing my skin, evoking the sensation of his touch. In the midst of my daily routine, I find my thoughts wandering to him more frequently than I'd like to acknowledge. I find myself imagining the sparkle in his eyes when they meet mine, his gaze holding on just a bit longer than what convention would suggest. The recollection of our intimate moments ignites my imagination, leaving me yearning for his pure touch that once captivated my every sense. On a warm afternoon, as I place flowers in a vase, the silky petals and their delightful aroma evoke a whirlwind of feelings. The delicate gesture of arranging each bloom resonates with the soft touch I crave, Jake's fingertips gliding over my skin. In that instant, I find myself in a world where our family ties feel like a delicate veil, trembling beneath the waves of our shared desire. Every move I make is a captivating dance, each gesture a subtle declaration of my deepest desires. I angle my head just so as he talks, my smile lingering in his direction, and I nonchalantly smooth my hair, a delicate dance of allure unfolding beneath the sun's attentive gaze. Every interaction with him crackles with energy, each glance and smile conveying what our words hesitate to express. In public, our exchanges transform into a graceful dance, every movement and turn a testament to restrained longing. I notice him stealing glances at my exposed shoulders during family gatherings, his eyes wandering over my silhouette, hinting at thoughts that go beyond mere decorum. It's a game we both know well, a subtle ballet of desire where every inch of revealed skin communicates far more than any straightforward request ever could. The nuances evolve into stronger declarations as I embrace my newfound confidence. I lean in closer while sharing a joke, my breath barely grazing his cheek. My fingers graze his intentionally, creating a lasting warmth, while my laughter rises with a hint of invitation. Each gesture a purposeful stride into the unknown. My clothing selections transcend simple fashion, they serve as instruments in the delicate craft of allure. I carefully select fabrics that highlight my curves, choose colors that enhance the sparkle in my eyes, and pick pieces that capture his attention, allowing my desires to be felt even without words. Every night, as I remove my clothes, it becomes a sacred act of releasing the ordinary, a tribute to my freedom and the lingering heat of our entwined desires. The atmosphere buzzed with excitement as the sun dipped beneath the horizon, painting the sky in a warm orange hue, heralding the start of my secretive scheme. I, the mastermind behind this alluring performance, was determined to explore the limits of our hidden longing, inviting the taboo to emerge into the open. As I geared up for the evening's performance, my heart raced with anticipation. This private show was crafted to spark Jake's desire and elevate our shared passion to new heights. In the gentle light of the lounge, cast by a lamp radiating a warm, inviting glow, I meticulously crafted an atmosphere of closeness. The air was thick with the aroma of vanilla incense, a purposeful selection designed to awaken the senses and foster a sense of calm, reminiscent of that serene space between consciousness and slumber where secrets are shared and aspirations thrive. With a relaxed grace, I settled onto the couch, my bare form accentuated by the soft glow of the light, highlighting my alluring curves. With each deep and measured breath, I synced my rhythm to the ambient music I had chosen, a pulsating, muted melody that enveloped the room in a subtle, unspoken invitation. As I reclined, my fingers glided over my bare skin, weaving a seductive dance meant to captivate, a prelude to the tantalizing spectacle that was about to begin. Jake's footsteps echoed softly down the hall, his presence approaching with a subtle grace, the gentle patting of leather slippers on the wooden floorboards the sole indication of his arrival. As he turned the corner, the unexpected halt in his stride revealed his astonishment at the sight that greeted him. His eyes, wide with wonder, absorbed the captivating sight of my enticing form, sleek and revealed, set against the shadowy corners of the room. A tantalizing smile graced my lips, beckoning to a world where the usual boundaries of stepmother and stepson faded away. Text. I called to him with a gentle whisper, filled with longing. Jake, come closer. My voice, rich and alluring, wrapped around him like a gentle embrace, coaxing him to let go of his reservations and join me in this tantalizing dance of desire and longing. I had orchestrated this moment with precision, aware that Jake's growing masculinity sought more than the nuances and soft provocations I had provided up to this point. We found ourselves at a crossroads, where the unvoiced tension between us demanded a daring move, a calculated seduction fueled by our shared desire. As Jake drew near, his gaze swept over my figure, absorbing the sight of unrestrained longing. With a measured grace, I glided my fingers through my hair, allowing the strands to fall softly against my chest, my breath quickening and shallow, echoing the rising rhythm of the music in the background. Every movement I made was both mesmerizing and deliberate, culminating in the perfect climax of this exclusive performance. He remained still in front of me, his eyes sparkling with longing, his breath hitching noticeably in his throat. My fingers gently explored the contours of my body, aware that every touch and every glide beckoned his gaze to linger. With deliberate slowness, I let my hand glide between my legs, hinting at the ultimate reward he desired so passionately. Time felt like it was suspended as I maintained his gaze, our eyes intertwined in a quiet, unspoken exchange, affirming what our lips hesitated to express. With purposeful intent, my hand glided forward, fingers creating a captivating rhythm, beckoning him to break through the walls of hesitation that had long separated us. As the background music swelled to its peak, my final act unfolded with a dramatic flourish that revealed everything. In that instant, I unveiled the intensity of my longing, a testament to the fervor I had bravely chosen to awaken. Without uttering a single word, I stood up, my bare form a quiet declaration, and with one last, enticing look, I slipped away to my bedroom, leaving Jake to contemplate the scene that had just transpired. This transcended a simple physical exhibition. It was a bold declaration of purpose, a calculated provocation to the conventional limits of our connection. The effects of my choices, while not visible at first, would quickly ignite a profound transformation in our passion, sending waves through our lives and pulling us deeper into the complex tapestry of forbidden longing. The air was thick with anticipation the morning after my bold performance, a vibrant ambience that hinted at unfulfilled longings and unexplored opportunities. As the day unfolded, Jake and I moved in a delicate dance, our eyes meeting in brief, electric moments, each look a wordless recognition of the desire that bubbled just beneath the surface. The air in the house was thick with unspoken tension, heightened by the whirlwind of emotions that danced across Jake's face every time our eyes met. As the sun sank beneath the horizon, wrapping the day in a soft twilight glow, I discovered Jake in the softly lit living room, sprawled on the couch, his eyes shut, and his hands seemingly surrendering to the rhythm of his own delight. I felt this was more than just a teenage whim. It was a delicate and alluring call, a plea from his innermost being to close the distance that remained between us. Drawn in by his unspoken invitation, I moved closer, each step calculated and intentional. As I approached, I noticed his chest heaving with each labored breath, his body revealing the fierce depth of his feelings. I took a seat next to him, making sure to be gentle, letting my thigh lightly graze his as I crossed my legs. The gentle touch ignited a flame in the heart of our mutual desire. In the gentle glow, Jake's face became a canvas of suppressed yearning, his eyes, once unveiled, showcasing the intricate layers of his aspirations. He met my eyes, his expression brimming with an unspoken question that I held the answer to, yet neither of us summoned the courage to voice it. I smiled mysteriously, silently urging him to carry on with what he had started, a personal performance meant solely for my gaze. As I reclined against the cushions, my fingers softly traced my neck in a simple, almost instinctive gesture, effortlessly capturing Jake's gaze on my subtly exposed throat. The soft movement of my hand was intentional, a seductive choreography that echoed the cadence of his touch. With my other hand, I reached for his, our fingers intertwining, a quiet confirmation of the journey we had both decided to embark on together. In that instant, we were two souls united by an undeniable pull, a connection that transcended reason and the expectations of the world around us. My free hand glided to his thigh, a possessive gesture, a silent assertion over the territory my body yearned to discover. His skin, radiating warmth under my fingertips, pulled me deeper into the enchantment of the moment, dispelling any remaining uncertainties. His movements became increasingly passionate, ignited by my presence, his longing intensified by the warmth of my breath against his neck. I was captivated by the intense exhibition of his passion, by the striking contrast between his masculinity and the vulnerability reflected in his eyes as he yielded to the rising wave of his desire. Slowly, My hand found its own rhythm on his leg, a sensual exploration that echoed his movements, creating a syncopated dance that drew our bodies and desires even nearer. With every touch, my fingertips glided over his skin, eliciting a cascade of responses from him, a quiet affirmation of the passion I aimed to awaken. As he stood at the edge on the verge of surrender, I drew closer, my breath gently caressing his ear, my lips grazing the lobe, a seductive smile playing at the corners of my mouth. My deep, husky voice, heavy with emotion, softly urged, "Let go, Jake," a fragile whisper that broke down the last walls separating us. The finale that unfolded was equally significant for me as it was for him. Every quiver and surge resonated within me, showcasing the intensity of his desire, a feeling so deep it echoed through our entwined souls. In the aftermath, as he lay motionless, his body exhausted, I carefully extricated myself from his hold, my departure a delicate blend of nurturing affection and heart-wrenching pain. I remained standing, allowing him to dwell in the intimate cocoon of his thoughts while my own mind whirled with the understanding of what we had just experienced together. As I stepped into the sanctuary of my room, I gently shut the door, letting the evening's whirlwind of emotions, yearnings, and the lingering uncertainty of what lay ahead in this intricate ballet of forbidden love envelop me. The gentle embrace of the sun on my bare skin perfectly complemented the unvoiced desires bubbling between Jake and me. I let the sun's rays persuade me to shed my layers, revealing my body not only to the warmth of the sun but also to the intensity of Jake's gaze. A craving that demanded attention and could not be overlooked. This day signifies the peak of a journey that started beneath the soft glow of the moon when our hidden dance of longing was first revealed. From that pivotal moment onward, I noticed Jake's gaze shift from a tentative curiosity to a confident boldness. Every day, his gaze revealed a deepening maturity, a comprehension of the sensual realm I had guided him into, and a rising longing that mirrored my own escalating desire. The soft exchanges and gentle caresses ignited a flame, one that was destined to blaze more intensely with every fleeting second. As I reclined on the patio lounge, the sunlight enveloped my bare skin, accentuating every curve and dip, drawing Jake's gaze along its exquisite journey. Every bead of sweat shimmering on my skin spoke volumes about the intense heat surrounding me. Not just from the summer heat, but also from the intense fire that ignited between us. The subtle touches and secretive looks between us had transformed into a flickering spark, poised to erupt into a blazing fire of desire. From my reclined vantage point, I witnessed the evolution of my stepson into a young man driven by an unquenchable thirst. I observed the intense battle of longing and doubt reflected in his gaze. In these moments, I felt a resonance of my own turbulent heart, mirroring the deep longing that our societal roles compelled us to suppress. Emerging like a shimmering illusion in the desert, I advanced towards Jake with purposeful strides, each step resonating with the resolve to fulfill our shared fate. The rising heat of the midday sun was nothing compared to the fire igniting within us, a blaze that only our embrace could extinguish. As I stood before him, every fiber of my being ached for his touch, his eyes remained fixed on mine, bound in a wordless connection of the desire we both felt. My voice, heavy with the burden of our unvoiced reality, shattered the silence. "It's time to stop pretending we don't know, Jake." The statement lingered in the air, echoing between heartbeats, recognizing the strength of our desires and the futility of any further resistance. Jake's hands found mine, his touch a subtle promise that we were moving in the right direction, responding to the unspoken desires that had stirred between us since that fateful midnight meeting. His fingers intertwined with mine, a tangible expression of the connection our hearts had already forged, transcending the limits of our familial roles. Compelled by an undeniable pull, I yielded to the weight of our mutual longing and drew him nearer until our bodies hovered just a breath away, each inhale intertwining our desires. The atmosphere buzzed with energy, a clear sign of our growing desire, as words faded away and our gazes conveyed a deep connection filled with yearning. My lips found his, sparking a kiss filled with the tension of our hidden longing, yet passionate in its urgency to escape the confines of societal expectations. His previously untested lips responded eagerly to mine, yielding to the insistent calls of my mouth, while his arms wrapped around me, drawing me nearer into the embrace of his body, a sanctuary I longed to discover. The kiss, initially soft, grew more passionate with every heartbeat, releasing the deep-seated desire we had held back for far too long. As our lips met, we savored the sweetness of this forbidden fruit, our tongues dancing in a sensual rhythm, conveying a longing that words could never capture. As our lips met, my hands glided over the curves of his back, a daring exploration that sent shivers through him, igniting my desire to delve further into the uncharted realms of his body. Jake, invigorated by my approach, reciprocated my touches, his fingers venturing into realms that had previously been off-limits. A maternal figure evolved into a woman of passions. The kiss, born from months of hidden desire, sparked an insatiable flame that craved fulfillment. As our lips connected, an electrifying wave of energy swept through us, dissolving any lingering doubts and hesitation. We surrendered to the intense passions that had been quietly brewing, our lips fitting together as if they had shared this moment countless times before. Our tongues intertwined in a passionate embrace, communicating a wordless desire that required no instruction for either of us. As our lips intertwined, my fingers traced the contours of his body, admiring the man Jake had evolved into, each defined muscle, every scar, and the gentle softness, all telling the story of his transformation from boy to man. His touch, initially tentative, transformed into a confident exploration as he claimed my body as his own to discover and treasure. The kiss intensified, transforming into an instinctual desire that drew us together as a single being, our bodies instinctively knowing how to fulfill the longing that ignited within us. His hands glided effortlessly across my skin, stirring a harmonious blend of sensual feelings that deepened with every fleeting second. The warmth of his hands enveloped my hips and waist, pulling me nearer, tighter into his hold, until every contour of my body melded seamlessly with the sharp lines of his form. As the kiss deepened, my fingers slipped beneath the waistband of his shorts, searching for the undeniable evidence of desire. The touch was a spark that ignited a firestorm of sensations, leaving us even more inflamed. He released a deep, primal sound, a blend of pleasure and pain, his body curving toward me, unvoiced desires lingering in the space between us. Our breaths were uneven and quick as we moved together in a whirlwind of desire, our clothes feeling like an intolerable obstacle to the closeness we longed for. Fingers transformed into masterful tools of allure, skillfully unfastening, unbuttoning, and unzipping, unveiling skin and igniting passion with every newly revealed inch. I led him to the bed, our movements shaky in the rhythm of longing, and we fell together in a tangle of eager bodies and exploring lips. The kisses ignited flames on our skin, with our necks, shoulders, and torsos adorned by the evidence of our growing desire. My hands glided effortlessly across the smooth canvas of his bare back, drawing him nearer, as I felt the powerful contours of his muscles react to my every caress. His desire intensified, mirroring my own, as it coursed through him, yearning for liberation. "Text, please," I whispered, my voice thick with longing. "I desire." The words were superfluous. Jake, fueled by an undeniable energy that pulsed between us, advanced with determination. His gaze ignited by a silent yearning, a deep desire for completion and belonging. The atmosphere in the room crackled with our shared longing, a palpable energy that propelled us toward the pinnacle of closeness. I motivated him with uplifting words and soft sounds of delight, leading him with my body, my hands, and my voice, until he surrendered to the allure of our mutual desire. In that exquisite moment, our relationship evolved into something deeper, more passionate, and undeniably more authentic. Our shared surrender went beyond the limits of our family roles, creating a fresh connection, a bond of body and spirit that challenged traditional ties. The rhythm transformed from a mere dance of restraint into a dynamic symphony of bodies, minds, and souls, all coming together in a collective pursuit of pleasure and a blend of identities. The air was thick with our shared breaths, a harmonious blend of ecstasy and longing as two souls intertwined in the most profound expression of connection. Our movements escalated to an exhilarating peak, a breathtaking climax of the dance that commenced the moment our eyes met and our lips connected. In that final moment, we honored not only the joy of physical intimacy but also the deep bond of souls that had dared to transcend societal boundaries to discover one another. Breathless, I felt Jake's body pressed against mine, our hearts sinking in perfect harmony, our foreheads gently resting together in the calm that followed the storm. In this sacred space, silence spoke volumes, revealing a truth we both recognized yet could not dismiss. The aftermath of our passionate embrace found us intertwined in a stunning chaos of limbs, sweat, and heartbeats, now united in our shared ecstasy. In that moment, as we lay entwined and breathless, time itself appeared to pause, ensnared by the intensity of our mutual longing. Yet, in the stillness, there emerged a deep sense of tranquility, a realization that our bond transcended the physical realm, embodying a beautiful harmony of spirits, two hearts entwined in a graceful new rhythm of love. As our breaths gradually steadied, our fingers softly explored the curves of each other's faces, and we exchanged smiles, our eyes reflecting no judgment or regret, only a profound acceptance of the depth and sincerity of our love. In that moment, Jake's voice emerged, rich with the weight of hidden realities. "I long to experience your presence once more, but in a new way this time." His words lingered in the atmosphere, a request infused with both promise and challenge. "As you wish," I whispered, my body instinctively attuned to his silent longings, my senses heightened to every subtle detail of his presence. With a smile that whispered of endless possibilities, I gracefully positioned myself above him, my fingers gliding down his chest in a slow, seductive rhythm, igniting a subtle tension in his muscles beneath my caress. His eyes, deep and turbulent with longing, tracked my every motion. The power dynamic had quietly transformed, and now my desires propelled us forward, my body evolving into his canvas, each inch under my control, every breath a testament to the mounting anticipation. With skillful finesse, my fingers explored his most sensitive areas, caressing, stroking, and gently squeezing, unleashing waves of pleasure that resonated throughout the room. His body, deeply familiar with mine, reacted to each tender caress and every curious exploration I made. With every stroke, I savored the control I possessed, the ability to allure and tantalize, and the ultimate skill to push him to the brink of bliss and then draw him back once more. The atmosphere throbbed with the cadence of our longings, our heartbeats syncing flawlessly with the rhythm of our fervor. I shifted with him, applying more pressure where necessary, easing off when required, a subtle equilibrium that only my body could sense from his. Every breath, every whisper, and every unspoken sound directed my touch, shaping our harmonious experience of delight. Jake's body contorted and arched under my touch, his eyes shut tight, his mouth slightly parted in a silent scream as he balanced on the edge, pleading yet simultaneously indulging in the exquisite torment. I grasped him at this pivotal point, where joy and pain intertwine, prolonging the experience, pushing the limits of his resilience and our mutual commitment. "Lisa," he called out, his voice filled with urgency. "Kindly." The intensity in his voice was unmistakable, a resonant reflection of my own yearning, yet I was far from finished crafting this intricate tapestry of passion and longing. I longed for his desire to resonate with my own, to ascend to the peaks of ecstasy I had felt. Feeling the tension reach its peak, I freed him from the exquisite agony, watching as his body trembled. His cries echoed through the atmosphere, a visceral, instinctive sound that conveyed the intensity of his fervor, a tune that resonated with the cadence of my caress. As he descended, his body both supple and weary, I pressed a gentle kiss to his lips, our breaths intertwining in that intimate moment. "Not yet," I murmured, my lips teasingly capturing his bottom lip between my teeth. "The journey isn't over yet." Even after feeling completely satisfied, Jake's eyes sparkled with a fresh intensity as he drew me closer, our bodies aligned, hearts racing in perfect harmony. "Shall we dance once more?" he murmured, his fingers gently caressing my jawline. "Your pleasure is my desire." In this moment, it was his hand, drawing pleasure from me, his fingers dancing with the same instinctive rhythm he had just felt. I leaned into his touch, completely captivated by the sensations he commanded, yielding to the wave of desire that surged between us. We moved as one, each attuned to the other's desires without a word spoken. The atmosphere, thick with the aroma of our intense desire, stood as a vibrant testament to our shared yielding, the limits we had transcended, and the personal barriers we relentlessly challenged. In the moments that followed, as our breaths grew ragged once more and our bodies arched and twisted in the throes of desire, I experienced a deep sense of liberation and love. I had transcended mere physical boundaries with my stepson. I embarked on a transformative journey of self-discovery fueled by passion and unwavering devotion. In the serene center of a fervent tempest, we find ourselves intertwined, our bodies fulfilled yet still vibrantly alive, humming with the remnants of our daring intimacy. The vibrant world that surrounded us just moments ago has faded into the background, creating a serene atmosphere that envelopes our connected bodies and minds. Yet amidst this tranquility, like ripples across a still pond, unvoiced and unresolved questions began to stir. each akin to a stone cast into the serenity of our mutual comprehension. Our fingers, intertwined in a declaration of unity, were the sole visible sign of the profound connection we had built in the heat of passion. With each touch, caress, and kiss, we reshaped the relationship between stepmother and stepson into something extraordinary and deeply intimate, a transformation that defied societal expectations and provoked a reevaluation of our moral beliefs. As Lisa rested her head in the curve of my shoulder, her voice emerged, gentle and contemplative, shattering the enchanting stillness that surrounded us. "We've pushed past every limit, Jake. This is a game changer, wouldn't you agree?" Her words carried a weight of significance and wonder, resonating with a truth we both recognized yet were still grappling to fully accept. I gently squeezed her hand, offering a quiet promise that I was by her side in this unfamiliar new world we had found ourselves in. "Absolutely," I recognized, my heart grasping the significance of her words while my body craved something deeper. "It's all right," I added, sensing the importance of affirming our shared agreement amid the changes we both felt approaching. Our eyes locked, her gaze reflecting the blend of uncertainty and thrill that coursed through me. "It must be done. It transcends the mere physical connection, doesn't it?" She took a bold step forward. I stated, my voice serious, reflecting the depth of our collective journey. "It's akin to uncovering an entirely new realm, a unique space that thrives in the connection between us." She nodded, her eyes sparkling with a growing understanding. "It's a bond unlike any I've experienced, a profound understanding and acceptance that resonates at a fundamental level." In that moment, we both felt the undeniable truth that our journey had started with a timid curiosity, a gentle step towards understanding one another, and had since transformed into a stunning adventure of forbidden love and intense passion. The moment was a thrilling mix of fear and excitement. We journeyed from uncertainty and unawareness to a realm of daring discovery and shared agreement. I murmured, in awe of the progress we had made. "We ventured across a divide that remains invisible to many, impossible for them to cross." With her eyes glistening with unshed tears, Lisa nodded, fully grasping the weight of our decisions. "We've stepped into a domain where conventional relationships cannot keep pace. This is a new frontier, filled with excitement and a hint of apprehension. And yet here we are," I reflected, my fingers gliding gently over her cheek, creating fresh sensations on her skin, united by our deepest essence, prepared to confront whatever the future holds. An unspoken bond blossomed between us, as our silent inquiries found resolution in the profound exchange of our glances, the rhythm of our breaths, and the gentle embrace of our bodies. This night marked a turning point, strengthening our connection and celebrating the journey our hearts had already embarked upon. As we nestled in each other's arms, our conversation flowed deep into the night, a testament to the intricate and profound bond we shared. We discussed the ethical dilemmas, the societal hurdles, and the potential for heartbreak that awaited us, yet we also celebrated the profound love, mutual understanding, and unmatched passion that rendered these risks worthwhile. This heartfelt dialogue signified a pivotal moment in our relationship where the hidden truths began to emerge. The path we were about to take was fraught with challenges, yet it offered an unparalleled glimpse into the profound connection of body, heart, and soul, free from the confines of convention and driven by a love that transcends all definitions and explanations. In the warm embrace of our bedroom, shielded from the outside world's judgments and anxieties, we uncovered a profound truth: love knows no limits. In each other, we found a true sanctuary, a place we could call home.